What's up, guys? Welcome back. It's Maverick here with another episode of Monogatari Mondays. This time we are in episode 3 of Tsukimonogatari. So, I do believe this arc only has 4 episodes, so we're already past the halfway mark, and indeed we already know what's happening, right? So apparently Araragi is turning into a vampire. Well, that's basically it. I do think, though, that there are 3 things that I have questions about, which... I don't know if it's relevant or not, but it's definitely something that's in my mind, right? Number one, what does this have to do with Ononoki, right? It's Aragi's problems. Does Ononoki have anything particular to say about this? Is it because she was also a former human turned into aberration / oddity or whatnot? Is that the connection there? So that's, I guess, one thing to look out for. The second part is, how does this affect Shinobu, right? Because I somehow don't think that turning into a vampire, fully, of his own volition is not going to have any consequences to Shinobu, either good or bad, right? It's one of either. We'll see probably within this episode. I highly doubt that nothing is going to happen to Aragi's relationship with Shinobu, right? And then third, and lastly, is I think back in episode 1 of this, I talked about how I feel, at this point, just this you could say turning point in Aragi's life between high school and college and whatnot, between when he actually becomes an adult. With the fact that he has to go through this, am I going to be a vampire or I'm going to be a human? Is this entire thing kind of related to sort of like the ending of the Monogatari story as well? The Monogatari story, isn't that that's kind of an ironic way of saying things? But anyways, since this is nearing the end, I guess you say the official end. Obviously, there's other characters, but I guess you could say Araragi's own end from involvement in stuff and whatnot. There might be new Monogataris, new stories, but the main character is not going to be Araragi anymore. So, with that being said, let's get into the episode. Alright, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Yep. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Turn him into a zombie? Turn him into a doll, like Ononoki? Oh, well, that sounds like a fairly simple remedy, right? Though, does that vampire power also, is it because of that power that he has this connection with these aberrations and stuff, with these supernatural stuff? And also to Shinobu as well, right? Like, somehow I feel like there's more to that problem there. Right, and this ties it into point 2 and point 3 that I was talking about during the opening here. And once again, this song, I really can't see Ononoki sing it. I mean, it's catchy. I'll give it that. It's just that I can't really imagine Onoki singing this. I can certainly imagine her dancing to it though, like what she's doing right here. All right, what now? Okay. Well, I guess it doesn't have anything to do with number two. Well, you certainly can't put yourself into harm's way anymore. Why? Why can't why can't you put a acknowledgement that Araragi is harmless? To be honest, we haven't really seen Araragi have that much of a relationship with Ononoki, though. Hmm. Considering Araragi, though, that's gonna be quite hard to do, though. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we know that. No, it's another thing for you to say it yourself, though.
ご都合主義の奇跡なのじゃ。お
Mm-hmm.
前様の言う通り、それだけでもそれくらいの代償はあってしかるべきじゃろう。
それは明日以降というわけにはいきませんよね。もちろん。
せやな、そりゃそうや。踊れの吸血鬼度が最も高まっとるこの月夜にこそきっちりと限界値を測るべきや。
安心して、お兄ちゃん。それを調べるのはおおむね僕の仕事だから。僕がですから、手取り足取り調べてあげるから。さっきみたいな、不意打ちで骨をいきなり折るような、お姉ちゃんみたいなテストはしないから。
その可能性を考えてはいなかった。
Actually, that was my first thought. Like, are they gonna break every single bone in his body to watch it heal?
いや待て。ひょっとすると足の指をしゃぶられたように、おののきさんが全身を舐めてくれるというサービス、もとい調査かもしれない。そう考えるとドキドキする。
何をニヤニヤしているんだ、お兄ちゃん。気持ち悪い。
ま、じゃあ準備を始めようか。家に電話せんでええん？
大丈夫です。僕は割と放任されてますから。こううるさいうるさ型の妹たちも今日はパジャマパーティーですし。
Mm-hmm.
妹たち、特に月日を保護するためのカンバル家への派遣だったが、しかしよくよく思い返してみれば、それは我が後輩カンバル駿河に対する大サービスになってしまっている気がする。
まあうちは一応ガエン先輩に連絡入れとくわ。大したことは何もなかったって。
I mean, if Gaia knows everything, she already knows what the result of this is already, doesn't she?
戦国などかが失ったこの数ヶ月に比べたら何も起きていないようなものじゃないか。
よ次、携帯。
はい、お姉ちゃん。
まあ、荒木くんをぶっ殺せんかったんは残念やけど、不死身の怪異の命を芽吹く前に一本積んだってことで、今日のところは満足しといたるわ。ルンルン。
ねえ、影縫さん。
なんや。
ですね。夏休みの頃実は聞きたかったことなんですけれど、影縫さんってどうしてそんなに不死身の怪異を殺したがるんですか？
はい。なんやってお兄やん。
いや、だから影縫さんがそんなにも不死身の怪異を殺したがるのはなぜなのかなって。怪異の専門分野としてそれって結構特殊じゃないですか。
そうかな。どうやろ。そうでもないんじゃ。
Well, I guess all of them have different extremes, right?
なあよ次。
だね。そのあたりの基準は曖昧だよ、お兄ちゃん。不死身の解釈次第では、むしろ
He's looking at it from more of an Oshino perspective.
と言ってしまってもいいくらいだよ。
実際、うちみたいな不死身の怪異を専門とする専門家は他にもおらんでもないで。まあ確かにうちみたいにそれをとにかく何が何でも言うくらいに殺したがるやつは一人くらいしか知らんけどな。
一人はいるんですね。
でもまあそいつは世捨て人みたいなもんやから気にせんでええわ、荒木くん。ガエン先輩のグループからもはぐれとる本物のはぐれ者やし。
Oh?
なんやねん荒木くん。うちがどんな風にこの道に足を踏み入れたのか。
Besides, there is.
番外編の最長
Breaking the fourth wall. I'm curious as well.
うちの理由を知りたがるよりどっちか言うたら踊れは世継ぎの理由を気にしたれや。
え？影縫さん、それってどういう？
はい、もしもし、影縫いやけど。ああ、ちょい待てや、まったりや。ちょうど今、荒木くんにそいつの話をしとったとこやねんけど。先輩、そりゃないやろ。いくらなんでも濃くすぎるで。しかし、ただつるのやつは。
A new guy?
そうか、わかった。荒木くんにはそんな。
Tadatsuru.
うちらは
Tadatsuru.
このまま流れに乗ってしもうて。さようなら。荒木くん、最悪のタイミングで最悪のニュース。
Alright, what's the twist now?
でも今の電話ガエンさんからだったんでしょ？
しばらく世継ぎを貸したる。やから一刻も早く駆けつけ。
一刻も早くってどこにですか？
カンバル駿河の家や。
Hmm?
ガエン先輩の姉、ガエン東映の娘が住んどるカンバル家。そこにおる踊れの妹 刻も早く会いに行け。いや、厳密にはもうそこにはおらへんかもしれへんねんけどな。
行こうか、鬼のお兄ちゃん。
いや、ちょっと待ってくれ。アンリミテッドルールブックの移動による気圧差、酸素濃度の変化についていけるフィジカルが今の僕にはない。
Because he's not using his vampire powers.
仕方ないの。
いや、布団は3つなきゃおかしいだろ。
Still lingers and. Hmm?
どうしたの、鬼のお兄ちゃん。
いや、小野きちゃん、これ。
お兄ちゃん、ちょっとあれ手に取ってみてよ。
でも、もしも何かの手がかりなんだとすれば。
大丈夫だよ、鬼のお兄ちゃん。僕が考えて。
Man, these two have such a peculiar way of interacting with each other. Ooh, pretty.
やっぱりね。
やっぱり
知り合いの犯行ってことだよ。僕やお姉ちゃんの知り合いのね。
犯行予告状。いや、でもこうしても誘拐は実行されて。いや、違うのか。誘拐そのものは目的ではなく、その先があるということなのか。
そういう手品じみた真似が好きなやつなんだよ、あいつは。悪意を持って人を驚かすのが好きなやつなんだよ。
That Tatsudara guy?
鶴の形を取らせた理由は、しかしかなり直接。
Tadatsura? Whatever he's called.
鳥の形でフェニックス。
Oh,
その鶴は1000年生きると言わ
the
れる。
Phoenix.
あなたの妹荒木月日を暗示しているのだろう。
Huh.
手織りただつる人形使い
Tadatsuru.
ただつるってでも。
ただつるは人形使いで、まあ専門家や。しかもうちと同じく不死身の怪異を専門とする専門家。
そいつが僕の妹たちと後輩をさらったって言うんですか。じゃあそいつの目的は何なんでしょう。
To kill Araragi?
そのただつるいうやつは支援で動く傾向にあって、プロとしては仕事が甘いっちゅうことや。せやから状況はまだ荒木くん踊れが思っとるほど絶望的なわけやない。ただ
何ですか。
今回踊れはことに対処するにあたって吸血鬼の力には頼られへんちゅうことを、いつも通りにはいかへんいうことを胸に刻み込んどけ。事情が分かって激高する前にな。旧ハートアンダーブレードもまた吸血鬼化でけへんちゅうことやで。
I don't.
なんかおかしな話ですね。
何がや荒木くん。
いや、そもそも僕はあの春休みに忍の力を封じるためにあんな解決を望んだはずだったのに、いつの間にかその忍の力でことに当たっていたっていうんですから。借り物でしかなかったはずだった仮の力をいつの間にか当たり前に自分のものとして使っていたみたいっていう。これじゃ次から次に天罰が下って当然なのかもしれ
No,
ない。
I'm more interested in like what exactly is happening right now, and what is Kagenui's and Gaian's stance on the situation. Like, are they supposed to be helping him or not, or what?
いや、天罰にしてはタイミングが良すぎるっちゅうことやけどな。タイミングが良すぎるっていうのはただの偶然でないんやったら、おおむね人為的なもんや。踊れが鏡に映らへん、いわば吸血鬼化が人間の限度を超えたというその日に、踊れの後輩と妹がうちらの知り合いにさらわれるっちゅうんはどうもな、奇遇が過ぎるっちゅう感じやで。
Okay.
ツケの回収が一気に来るようなことは最近は珍しくはないんですけどね。ここのところそんなことばっかりです。積み上げてきたことが棚上げにしていたものが一気に崩れ
What? What's their stories?
おののきちゃんの話というのは例の暗闇の話だろうか八九時迷いのことだろうか
That's, oh.
あれこそ棚上げにしてきたことの極みのようなものだがそれが崩された極みのようなものだが一ついいですか影縫さん
なんや
Yet another change of scenery.
表現になりますけれど手織り忠次という人は間違いや不正を許せない正義の人だったりしますか世の中には正しい形があって世の中はその正しい形になるべきなんだとそんな思想を持っている人ですか
思想笑うなそういうのとは無縁やな仮に忠次に思想なんてものがある
And they're just building a snowman there.
うちはそれをビートなんか表現したくないけれど神様が作らなかったものこそ美しいとする感性人間が作った怪異という存在を美しいとする感性の持ち主アーティスト気取りっちゅうやっちゃその辺が甘いっちゅうねん、まあ、そういう意味では思想はなくともこだわりみたいな
Okay, some kind of obsession?
踊れの妹や後輩は
Obsession with aberrations?
うちに狙われるよりはな
怪異を美しいとする感性の持ち主がでもどうして専門家として怪異に対しているんですか
立ち位置は押野くんに近いかもしれんな対峙というよりはあちらとこちらの仲介をなりわいにするっちゅうか仲介する仲立ちっちゅうかそんな感じや
今の僕が立ち向かわなくてはならない相手としてはじゃあぴったりって感じなんですかねその忠次って専門家は
あんまり溺れるなよ力やなくて自分に自己陶酔やでそれ
自己陶酔
悲劇的状況に溺れるなっちゅうねん踊れはただ妹
No, I don't get it. Like, what is Kagenui's role in all this?
それについては一方的な被害者やもしも仮に万が一天罰みたいなもんがあったとしてもそれは踊れが人間性を喪失したところまででその3人が狙われたこととは何の関係もないわ
Oh, that's true. Logical.
そうだね
じゃあその関係のない3人を助けなくちゃいけませんよねいよいよ僕はどちらにしたって影縫さんはその手伝ってくれるんでしょうか言うならそう3人の救出劇を
ガエン先輩にはそうせい言われとるからそうするその展開に準じさせてもらう
Okay, okay.
あらかじめ言うとくと直接的にうちは関われんな
Huh.
うちの持つ力はすべて不死身の怪異を倒すためだけに特化しとるもんやから人間には使えんそんな顔しいな世継ぎは引き続き貸したるからそれに知恵も貸したるわ、とにかくまずするべきはその千バズルの検証やねそれがメッセージならば荒らぎくん踊れに対するメッセージのはずや
僕に
What?
がどこまで状況を読み切っとるのか知らんけれど荒らぎくん忠次の狙いは基本的には踊れやねんから
僕いやでも忠次の狙いは
踊れと旧ハートアンダーブレード星野くんの申請した踊れら2人の無害認定っちゅうんはあくまでもガエン先輩のネットワークの中でしか有効に働かへんからその外側におる忠次には適用せえへん
Okay.
すると本当にタイミングとしては最悪なのか僕と忍がもうまともには戦えなくなっている状態の時にまさしく僕たちを狙う者が現れたというのは
So who timed this then? Or is this supposed to be a test of somehow? Why do I have this? Why do I have this feeling that it's sort of kind of like a test in some way, a trial in some way?
朝までには決着をつけたいとこやんな荒木くん踊れの今回のミッションは妹2人と後輩ガエン先輩の姪っ子を朝までに家に送り届けて布団の中に放り込んだるちゅうことになるじゃあ、小野の記者悪いけれどもうひとっ飛びショートカット からの襲撃なんて丸見えな真似したら一発でアウトやわ。
じゃあ小野の木ちゃんには山の近くまでジャンプで移動してもらって、そこからは徒歩での登山ってことですかね。
Make the hike again.
通常ルートで追っつけいくけど、うちの合流を待たんで人質救出には自分のタイミングで突っ込め。自分の判断で動け。どうせ合流したところでうちに
Right, like this entire situation really seems to me more like some sort of test for Araragi.
小野の木ちゃん、もうちょっとでいいから心なし心持ちでいいから低空飛行っていうのはできないのかな。
低空は無理だね。低速ならできるけど、そうする？
いや、しなくていい。ぶっ飛べ。
Okay. Okay. Lots of question marks. I'll see you guys after this. Well, okay, guys. I just feel like there is something suspicious about this entire situation. I can't help but feel like, my gut feeling about all this is that this is some sort of test or trial of some sort towards Aragi, right? And, if you sort of read between the lines, I feel like you can even see some hints of that to further strengthen the credibility of this claim. Like Kagenui talking about how if there's something that is such a coincidence, then it's most probably man-made instead, so it's not just a coincidence. Or her talking about not overcomplicating the situation, this is simply just a kidnapping in a lot of ways, and so on and so forth, right? You have to feel like what is I don't know. Like, there's a part of me that really just feels like this is some elaborate plan to test out Aragi, perhaps courtesy of Gaian, maybe even. Although I can't really say that for sure, 100%, right? But it's just that this entire thing just seems weird to me. And indeed, the situation that Aragi is in right now, I also don't really see how that can end up working out, right? As he said already, if Senjugahara, if Hanekawa, if some of his other girls, like the sisters or whatnot, if they ever get into trouble, absolutely Araragi is going to continue using his vampire powers, right? So that doesn't, like, there's no end to that, if you guys get what I mean. So somehow I feel like this situation is maybe artificial, and that includes Araragi's condition as well. So I don't know, that just some thoughts here, especially since now having this new guy suddenly showing up out of nowhere and apparently being the only other specialist who kills or wants to kill immortal aberrations and whatnot. Like, there's just something about this that really is off-putting in a lot of ways. So I don't know, man. If I do, again, I do have this sneaking suspicion that this entire thing might be a farce, and the actual true intentions of this particular arc of these episodes is something else entirely, but I don't really know. If not, then I do feel like it might be kind of sort of forced, but I guess we'll not know about that until we get to the final conclusion of this particular arc and what narrative, what story it's trying to push here, what kind of growth it's trying to push, and so on, so forth, right? So yeah, that's basically all I have to say for this situation, right? In regards to Kagenui and whatnot, like, what her problem is, I mean, I don't know. And indeed, I have so many questions about, like, this entire Gaian Senpai thing, and what their group actually is supposed to be doing and whatnot. Like, are they supposed to be, I don't know, like, paragons of justice and so on and so forth, and going around hunting down aberrations that are endanger humanity or something of that sort? And so Kagenui maybe simply has shown the potential or the powers to be one, but doesn't really adhere to the true to principles of, if aberrations are harmless, then don't do anything to them, that kind of philosophy and whatnot. So I don't know, it's definitely intriguing, to say the least, and confusing, to put it in another way, right? Since we don't really know, like, what their true intentions are and what they what exactly, how they operate, why they operate, what exactly is their stance on Araragi, and all this sort of things, right? So it's really hard to make some guesses on this. I'm just saying that based on what I've seen so far from the animes and whatnot, I have a sneaking suspicion that this entire thing is set up by either Guyan or maybe someone close to her group or something of that sort, right? But we'll see. We shall see here. And yeah, I think that's basically it. In regards to the Tsukihi situation, I guess. Sorry, not Tsukihi. That's another thing entirely. Ononoki situation. I also find it kind of peculiar that she's speaking up so much in defense of Araragi, or in how can I say, giving him advice and whatnot, right? I definitely feel like, even though, sure, we had the last arc or the arc before that where they kind of sort of had a pretty nice relationship with each other. They even traveled to some faraway place for a while, right? But somehow I just, like, again, what exactly is her main role here in this particular arc, right? I guess she did sort of offer her perspective as an immortal aberration as well, who was originally dead, originally a corpse and whatnot. Maybe just from that perspective and teaching and advising Aragi of some things. But at this point in time, it's still very, very unclear, right? And we only have one episode left, so I'm actually not expecting like a huge battle or whatnot, because Aragi can't exactly get into a huge battle now. So maybe more talking it out and then finally revealing like what the entire situation is. So there we go. That's it for this episode of Tsukimonogatari. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys next time. And bye bye.